Hello students, today I am going to start how to make journal entries of different transactions and what you will be thinking about while making a journal entry. First one is purchase goods worth rupees 1 lakh, trade discount 10% and cash discount 5%. Most of the students get stuck in this one. For which discount I'll be calculating what? See, when there is a transaction means what? Transaction means where cash is involved. In my last video I made you understand. Wherever cash is involved, that is transaction. Whatever you do before making transaction, that will not be taken into consideration while making journal entries. Whatever you do while making transaction or after making transaction, that you will be taking into consideration, particularly after making transaction. So trade discount is such a discount which you have done before. So before things, you don't need to do anything. So discount are of two types: trade discount and cash discount. You need to understand this thing very carefully. Trade discount means what? You have gone in the shop. Over there, shopkeeper told that this is the price, 1 lakh is the price for everyone. I am giving you in 90,000. Don't tell anyone. So he has already given you 10,000 ka discount. That 10,000 ka discount which he has already given you, that is trade discount. So when he said you don't need to tell anyone, why you will be telling anyone? So trade discount, you don't need to write anything in the journal, and you have to deduct the value also. When you have bought these goods for 1 lakh, you have got a trade discount of 10%. That means 1 lakh ka thing, the shopkeeper said, or the person who sold you said that he has given you 10% discount. 10% of 1 lakh is how much? 10,000. So he has not taken 1 lakh from you. He has taken 90,000 from you. If he has not taken 90,000 from you, suppose he has not taken 90,000 from you, he has not done this purchase in cash, so he will be creditor of yours for 90,000 only, because he will not be writing that 1 lakh in his books of accounts. He will be writing only 90,000 because he has already given you 10,000 ka discount. He has already told you, you don't need to give this 10,000 to me. This 10% you don't need to give. So 1 lakh ka 10% is 10,000. So you need to give only 90,000. So this figure you have to take into account. This figure you need to take into account. So trade discount, all the entries will be same. But for trade discount, you have to deduct the value of money. You don't write anything about trade discount. Now come to cash discount. What is cash discount? Cash discount means you have got the goods 90,000. You don't need to calculate this cash discount on 1 lakh. No, because you have got this goods for 90,000. So you will be getting discount on 90,000, not on 1 lakh. Because as you have not got for that goods for 1 lakh, how you will be calculating on 1 lakh? You have got that goods for 90,000 only. So you need to calculate cash discount on 90,000. So this 5% will be calculated on 90,000. What is 5% of 90,000? 4,500. This is cash discount. And this cash discount is what? That person told you, Bhaiya, I am in urgent need of money. You are supposed to pay me 90,000 rupees. Then you will be saying, now it is lockdown, or whatever reason you will be giving, I am not going to give you because I don't have money. Then he will be giving you a lollipop offer. If you will be giving me money, then I will be giving you 5% discount. So that 5% discount which he will be giving, that is your cash discount. When this is your cash discount, then you have to calculate, you need to calculate this on 90,000 because he has given you that goods on 90,000 only. So this 4,500 you need to keep into your mind, and now accordingly you will be making journal entries. So what are the things you need to write? Purchased goods. I told you in my previous video, the moment you see the word goods, that moment only, that has to go into your mind that you are dealing in this business. This is your traded item. When you are trading in that, you never say, "Hey, jao saman rakh lo." You don't need to give the name of that one. You say to your employees, "Saman rakh lo." So saman is the goods which you are trading in. तो यहाँ सामान का नाम you don't need to give. You don't need to give the name of that goods. So what you will be giving? Purchases. Purchases account. First one is purchases account. Second one is what? See, cash discount is given. That means that person has not taken money from you. If that person would have taken money from you, then why he will be giving you cash discount? Something has to be there in your mind. Everything will not be given. You have to think on your own. Why he will be giving cash discount? He will be cash discount in that particular case when you are supposed to pay back money to him. If you have already paid, why he will be giving you cash discount? Have you understood this point or not? If you have already paid, then what's the need of giving discount? He has already received the money. Then he will not be thinking about that. He has not received the money. That's why he is giving you cash discount. So the person's name is not given. So you need to give the name of that person. So general name is creditors. Creditors are the names of those persons who are supposed to receive money from you. So creditors. And the third thing is what? You are getting discount. That person is giving discount to you. So you don't need to write cash discount. It is understood. It is cash discount. When you are writing discount, that means it is cash discount. Because trade discount is not at all appear in journal. So you don't need to segregate into trade and cash discount. Have you understood up to this? Now, you have to segregate it into different accounts. What is purchases account? Purchases account is your nominal account. Because when you are spending money for buying something, you are doing expenditure. Expenditure comes under nominal account. Creditors. Creditors are the names of the persons who are supposed to get money from you. So it's the name. Name comes under what? Personal account. And discount. Discount, whether you are getting or you are giving. If you are getting, then it is your income. When you are giving, it is your expenditure. And income and expenditure comes under what? Nominal account. So discount is nominal account. Now, think. What is the golden rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Purchases is what? Purchase is your expense or income. When you are buying something, you need to pay money. When you are paying money, that means that is your expense. So expense will be what? Debited. So it is debited. Same thing applies to discount. This is also nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses, credit what? All incomes and gains. That person, you are getting discount or you are giving discount. In this case, you are getting discount. That means it is an income. When it is an income, it will be what? Credited. So credit. Creditors. Creditors is your personal account. Personal account, debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. When you are buying something, that person is giving goods to you or receiving goods from you. That person is giving goods to you. He is the giver. When he is the giver, then he will be credited. Now you make journal entry. So I am not writing any pro forma. You know the pro forma. In the particulars column and amounts column, what you need to write, that's what I am telling you. Purchase account debit. Purchases account debit to creditors account to discount account. Debit you will be writing like this. Credit item when you will be writing, you will be starting with 2. Now the amount, that's the most important part. What would be the amount? You have purchased goods worth rupees 1 lakh, but you did not get that goods for 1 lakh. You got that goods for 90,000 because you have already got 10,000 ka discount. So that person who has given you those goods have given you for 90,000. So you need to write 90,000. You did not pay money to him. Now that person is asking for money. When that person is asking for money and he is ready to give you 5% discount. So what is 5%? 5% of 90,000 is 4,500. So in front of discount you need to write 4,500. So what is the rest of money he owed to you? 85,500, right? Being goods purchased trade discount. Whatever you could not write over there, whatever you could not write, you write here. This information you need to write here, trade discount, because you have got this. You need not write in journal entries, but you need to write that thing in narration. I hope you have understood this problem. You pause for a moment and then you write it down. I am giving you some time to write it down. Another question. Mr. A, who owed rupees 10,000, became insolvent. What does it mean? Mr. A is the person who owed 10,000 to you. That means he was supposed to give you 10,000. That person, Mr. A, was supposed to give you 10,000. वो देता आपको पैसा, उसका दिवाला निकल गया, कुछ नहीं है, पॉकेट में कोई पैसा नहीं है, नो मनी, इंसॉल्वेंट, दिवाला निकल गया, भिखारी, सड़क का भिखारी, he has become. When he has become सड़क का भिखारी, then what? He is not going to give you money. So what are the two things involved here? Money is not involved because you are not getting money. So cash is will not be coming at all. So what are the two things? Mr. A, as he has not given that money, whatever money he owed to me has become bad debt. वो कर्ज था उसके ऊपर, वो बैड हो गया. अब I will never be getting that money. So second item is bad debt. So these are the two items which will be coming out from this transaction. So what is Mr. A? Mr. A is the name of the person. When person's name is given, under which account it will be coming? Yes, personal account. It will be coming under personal account. And bad debt. Bad debt means it's a loss. It's a loss. You are supposed to get 10,000. Now you are not getting anything. Not a single penny you are getting. It's a loss to you. The loss comes under nominal account. Nominal account. Now, look at this. Mr. A, personal account. Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. He is supposed to give you. He is the giver in this case. Mr. A is the giver. He is supposed to give you 10,000 rupees. So giver. So you will be credited. Bad debt is your loss. Debit all expenses and losses. So it will be debited. So what entry you will be making? Bad debts account debit to Mr. A account. Then what is the amount? 10,000. 10,000 is the amount. Being Mr. A became insolvent. This is the thing. This is the second item. Now, the third one, and that is the last one I am making you. You write it down, I am giving you some time. This is the third entry. Goods worth rupees 5,000 taken by proprietor for personal use. So I need to find out what are the two items involved in it. You need to find out at least two items. If it will be more than two, then that's better. But there has to be at least two items. Goods. The goods which you are buying. That means you are trading. The moment you are finding that goods is written, that means you are trading in that. So when you are buying it, then you don't need to give the name of that goods. You have to write purchases. When you are selling it, you don't need to give the name of that goods. You need to write sales. And if there is a stock of that, when those goods are with you only at the end of the, so that goods are in the form of stock. So these goods are of three types. When you are buying purchases, when you are selling sales, and when it is with you, that will be in the form of stock. So these goods will be stock. And it is taken by proprietor. Proprietor means owner. And what name you have given to the owner? You have given respect to the owner. In my previous video, I made you understand. The company needs money. It needs money from everyone. It asks money from everyone. So those who have given from insider means owner. When owner has given, then it has given the respect and termed it as capital. When it has taken from outsider, it has termed it as loan. Outsider, it has termed it as loan, and insider, it has termed it as capital. So proprietor has taken. Though it has been given, it has taken for personal use. I don't need to look at this. Proprietor has taken. It's not my lookout for what purpose it has taken. For what purpose it has been taken, it's not my lookout. He will be draining it. He will be tearing it. Whatever he wants to do, let him do. It is taken by proprietor. So proprietor, the moment you see proprietor, you will be writing capital. In this, cash is not involved. In this, only stock and capital is involved. Stock is what? Real or asset account. Real or asset account. And capital is what? Capital is the name of the owner. It's the name. Name is personal account. It's personal account. Stock. Real or asset account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. With respect to company. That's why I used to say, you need to write in the books of whom? In the books of that company, stock is coming in or going out. It is taken by owner. So it's going out from the company. It's going out from the company. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out. It goes out. So it will be credited. Capital, personal account. Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So capital, owner is receiving or giving. Owner is receiving the goods. So it will be debited. So what entry you will be making? Capital account debit to stock account. And what amount you will need to write? 5,000. 5K I am writing. 5K means 5,000. Being goods taken by proprietor. This is the journal entry you have made. I hope you have understood. Thank you, beta.